I just want to apologize for looking like this. So this week I kind of want to just take a minute to just do like a mid-year check-in type of video. Not a whole lot has fully happened, but I kind of just want to do like a recap of not only just the past 6 months, but like the past year. And it's been rough, but it's been more good than it has been bad. Um, so yeah, just a little check-in. That's all it's gonna be. How are you doing? Hope your past week has been amazing. And also, how was your 4th of July? Did you do any fireworks? We did some Friday night, which was the 4th. Only like a few, and then we got a little bit more for last night, Saturday night. Oh my gosh, I thought I was a goner. We did a fountain, but we didn't think anything of it because, you know, fountains don't normally get too crazy. But this one, like, it started out so chill. And then it just got out of hand. So, you know, like the normal fountain, just like, say this is the fountain, it's just like a little, you know, whatever. But it kind of like died down and then it started back up and it was just like popping huge. And like I was sitting on the truck and it was maybe just a little out into the road. Like I could have got hit a couple times, but it was pretty though. It was very pretty. I love fireworks, and I don't know. Let me just rewind it back a little bit and kind of give you guys like my thoughts on being married. Do I have words for it? It it's definitely not for the weak. It's so different than just being in a relationship. And obviously you're going to be like, well duh, you're not just in a relationship. I know that. I know that, because before, like, anytime I was just in a relationship, if things got hard, I'd just be like, you know what, we're done, I'm out, bye. You can't do that when you're married. You can't do that. uh I would be lying if I said I didn't have those kind of thoughts. I do. I did. But I mean, that's a whole lot of just trauma from previous relationships that I'm trying so hard to break out of. And I'd say I'm getting better. And that's a good thing, because, you know, you want to grow and get out of those types of rhythms, if you will. But it's been nice. Overall, it's been nice. I'd say it's about like a good 80-20. That's pretty good. But we're hopefully planning like a mini getaway, because our anniversary is like coming up very quickly and it's kind of stressing me out, because with us being so busy at work and just, it's like we have time off but we don't feel like we have time off, which is weird. So I don't know how we're gonna plan around that, because back in April we celebrated like a year of being together, but we're coming up on a year married, and that's crazy. Like, I always dreamed about being married, but then it just happened, and it still feels like surreal. Like, it doesn't even feel like a whole year has almost gone by. Like, it still feels like it happened 3-4 months ago, which is not the case at all. But it's been nice. So I might do like a vlog type video of that day. I should re-upload the I got married video, and then like the next day do like a year, or like a vlog of what we did and how different we look, because I think we kind of changed and stuff, but I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Nothing really has happened this year. It's been, for the most part, it's been chill. I can't, like, unfortunately I can't say the same thing about like my friends. It sucks, but as long as you just continue to show up for your people and help in any way, shape, or form that you can, or that you're able to, you know, just let your people know that you're there. So I guess that's really it for my recap. I'm very just to myself, and I feel like I've kind of updated in last week's video about the things I've picked up again and started doing again. So like I said, nothing's really changed. I go to work, I come home, and I watch other people streaming, and then I watch YouTube videos. That's about it. Oh, wait. I guess a really big major update is I've recorded this is gonna show how lazy I am. It's probably back in April, towards the end of April, I think. I did a rainbow challenge with my friends, and it's kind of just to see how different gameplays they had and how well each can finish during like each round and stuff. And I have one more video to edit. I'm so close to finishing, which it could have been done honestly like 2 months ago. I hate editing. I'm so slow at it. I don't know how to make things entertaining, because I'm just boring, okay? I'm just the boring lady. But it was fun when we played. It's not fun to edit. And I'm going to be posting like the full, which I don't really want to do the full gameplay, because a lot of times we don't talk. We're like so focused and it's just quiet. So I'm gonna post like the longer form of the gameplay to YouTube, and then just like a quick their dance intro and then what they got on TikTok, just like a quick video. So that's gonna be fun. That's exciting. I'm ready to be done with it. But every time I like think about it being done, I'm like, what's the next challenge to do? What else can I waste my time on editing? You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah. Okay, now I think that's all the updates from me. Let me know how your half of the year's been going so far. And my friends have been keeping me updated about what's been going on in their life. So, I mean, if you don't want to share anything, you don't have to. I kind of already know a little bit about what's going on with them, but there could always be more to it, and I'm sure there is, you know, because who wants to tell every single detail about what's going on? I don't. I kind of, when anyone asks like what's wrong or what's going on, I give like a surface level answer. I'm kind of bad about that. I want to find like questions, not necessarily that I ask like a weekly question. Like every Monday will be like 5 questions, and if you journal, you know, you could answer them there and write about it and why you came up with the answer you did. Like I think that would be great. I might start that. Probably do that next Monday. I'll have like a list of 5 questions and just, privately answer. That way it's just personal to you and you don't have to share. I always tell people that, like, oh, if you want in on it, you can, but like at the same time, you don't have to share anything. I do encourage it, but I want you to feel comfortable about wanting to share it. So, yeah, I think next week that's what I'll do. I'll ask 5 questions and then obviously I'll give my answer after, kind of like I did the shadow journal, which I probably should re-upload those too, because that was on my other channel. And then things happened with that channel and I had to make a new one, so I started fresh. Who doesn't love that? Anyway, yep, next week, questions. And I encourage you to journal. Journaling definitely helps. I need to get back into it, because there was so many dark moments where I would just write it all out and it kind of felt like I was venting to someone when in reality it was just me. But maybe it was my other personality. But it helped. Just getting it out of like here and onto like paper or something just massively helped. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go right in with Discord and just do that, because this really was just like a quick check-in just to see how you're doing, where you're at, if you're closer to any of the goals you set at the beginning of the year or even a couple months in. So let me know. Now, I just again want to apologize in advance, because I feel like when I read these I stutter and I it seems like I can't read. I don't know, maybe I just get nervous or something. So this is what I said. I said, we're on the second half of the year. I want your absolute honest answer. Are you doing okay? And I probably asked like once or twice before, but like I said, with it being we're halfway through, I just kind of want to check in, because maybe the time I asked it, you were doing great and you had this and this planned, but then, like a month or two goes by and things happened and you got kind of set back a little bit. So I just felt the need to check in with everybody. All right, the first one says, I'm all right. I'm happy and I'm loving life to an extent. I just wish the living condition was better with more space. True. Sometimes I think about living with friends to make living easier and fun, but also the chaos that will ensue would be, well, chaotic. I want to make memories and have fun. When will it happen? I don't know, hopefully soon enough. That would be amazing. I definitely agree with we could do with more space, but we kind of just gotta work with what we got at the moment. We're doing okay, but we could be better. I feel like that's with anybody or even any situation. Like it's okay for now, but it could always be better. But I would love to live with friends. It would just be amazing. I could see where it could be chaotic in certain moments, especially when it would come to like monthly bills, making sure everyone pays fairly and just helps out where they can and stuff like that. Like just those little details is what the chaos part would be. But other than that, I think living with friends is like a great idea, especially if you're moving out for the first time. You just gotta be careful though. And it's always kind of like a relationship. Like communication is everything. If something's bothering you, always speak up about it. Not in like a harsh way or a mean way. There's always nice ways to go about things. But yeah, I think that would be fun. Okay. Next one says, I think I'm getting better. This is the first time in a while that I feel genuinely happy. I still have a lot to work on, both mentally and personally, but I feel good. I have some pretty amazing friends to thank for that. They know who they are. They are my favorite Fort Squad. E. I think I'm a part of that. I think so. So I'm slowly starting to take getting my license more seriously so I can travel and genuinely go do things I want to do, but just have to take it one day at a time and remain optimistic and positive. For now, I'm glad and thankful I have the people I have in my life. Not even just with like your license, every single thing you do, just take it a day at a time. Obviously, if you have like a job where you have like deadlines, you can't really do that, but like more in your like personal life, your little goals and achievements you want to accomplish, like always just take your time with it. That way you're not rushing and making just impulse decisions. So yeah, of course, take it one day at a time. You'll get it eventually. And when you do, your first visit's gonna be here. But yeah, I can't wait for that day for you, honestly. It's gonna be exciting. All right, last one. I am absolutely not okay. I'm the worst I have ever been. I'm starting to get really bad thoughts in my head, and I never thought that it would get this bad. And my brain is almost to the point of telling myself that I don't need to stay for other people. I should just do myself a favor, but I'm not quite there, and hopefully I will never be, because I love my friends and my mom to death, and I would never want to give such a horrible pain to them. If I could give you a hug, I absolutely would. I hate distance. I don't know specifics on what you're dealing with. Only if you're comfortable talking to me, you know I'm here to listen. And honestly, I hope you never get to that point. You are very needed here. No, it doesn't feel like it. But, you know, you bring a lot of laughter and you put smiles on people's faces, and I can tell that when you first join, like our squad, like let me just use this for an example. Like when you first join, I can hear it in your voice how sad you are. But within probably 5 minutes of playing, we're already getting you to laugh and just let go for a bit. And I know it doesn't like fully fix it for you. Unfortunately, we can't do that. I wish I could. But just knowing that I can keep you distracted enough to just not worry about it just makes me feel like I did something. And honestly, if there's anything you need or any help that you need, just let me know. You know I will do my absolute best to do it. I'm sorry. Again, if I could give you a hug, I would. Not my answer. Absolute brutal honesty. Am I doing okay? It's like yes and no. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm doing great. It's just those little like waves of sadness that hit me. And then it's like, okay, well maybe I'm not doing great. But I need to put it in my head that that's just temporary. Because you actually are doing okay. You know? If you asked me probably like 2 weeks ago if I was doing okay, I would say no. Because I was literally borderline just so exhausted. Like at any moment I could just probably pass out and go to sleep for a day. I was having very horrible nightmares, and they just were about my dad, unfortunately. And in my dreams, like, say this is like the point that he died, right? It was always either like a week or a few days before he passed, or a week or a few days after he passed. It was always in that weird little timeline. But the past two that I can remember just were the worst. And finally, like, that probably went on for like a week. I would be falling asleep at work, which, you know, we work in a restaurant, you can't be doing that. I would honestly go hide out in the back and just nod off because I was just so tired. And then after a while, it got to the point where I didn't want to sleep, even though I needed it, because I was just so scared of having nightmares again. But they've been better. I don't think I remember my past few dreams, and I don't have multiple bags under my eyes. But yeah, they just got so bad, and I was telling Kenzo about them one day, and even just reliving them, like speaking them out loud, like I lost it. I was crying so hard, and poor Kenzo, he did not know what to do. All he did was just hug me, which, you know, that's fine. I needed a hug in that moment, but oh, bless his heart. He looked so lost and helpless, and I felt so bad. But like, I don't know, I needed to get it out, and it was bad. But yeah, I'm doing okay. And I don't want it to seem like I'm bragging, but I'm probably doing better than okay. I'm doing great. Like, I'm feeling like I can breathe again, and I can just enjoy things a little bit more. But, you know, everybody has their little moments. Sometimes the moments last longer for this person than it does that person, and it's just, everyone processes things differently and feels emotions differently, and really all you can do is just be there. You don't have to say anything, you don't have to do anything, just your presence alone for somebody does wonders, trust me. I think that's it. So just a little recap. Next Monday for Mental Monday, obviously I'll have the Discord question. That's going to be a separate thing, because I always want that to just be a separate thing. But I'll have 5 questions throughout the video that I'll ask, and obviously I'll answer if you want, only if you want to answer in the comments of the video. That's great. But if you would rather do it privately in like a journal or even notes in your phone, that's great too. You know, however you want to answer it is just great. Perfect. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. I hope the past, what, 6 months and a week have been great for you, and I hope this last half of the year is even better. I hope you get what you want, and you know, it's up from here. Okay, it's up from here. All you gotta do is just be positive, and you just gonna get what you want. Okay. But all right, I'll see you guys next Monday. Have your pencils and papers ready, and hopefully no one cries. I won't make the questions too hard. We'll probably start easy for the first week, and then eventually maybe it'll get a little difficult. I'll try to keep it as like neutral as I can, you know, or maybe some like 3 nice questions and then 2 just gut-wrenching questions. Just kidding, I won't do that. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week, okay? Bye.